All right, before we jump into our presentation, I want to take a moment to introduce everybody. First, we have Brenda, Vice President at Lowfeld Consulting. Next is Martha, who's a Senior Manager in the Capture Center of Excellence at Collins Aerospace. And joining us as well is Nazira, a Senior Marketing and Proposal Specialist for Wetland Studies and Solutions. And rounding out our panel is me. My name is Mo, and I'm Director of Proposals for Ulista. All right, welcome to our session where we plan to uncover the surprising and powerful parallels between songwriting and proposal writing. We'll explore how writing a proposal is a lot like writing a memorable song. In the same way that songwriters craft lyrics to move listeners, proposal writers should aim to guide evaluators through a tight, powerful story, one that not only informs but resonates. Think about your favorite song for a moment. What about it sticks with you? Is it the hook, the lyrics, the way it makes you feel? Every great song tells a story, and every winning proposal should do the same. Both are crafted to move people, whether it's to feel something, remember something, or most importantly for us, take action or select your solution. To move people, we first need to understand our audience. Why does this all matter? Because the people reading your proposal don't have much time. They're skimming, they're scoring, and they're searching for confidence in your solution. That's why every proposal is like a performance created with the audience in mind. It's not just about what you say, it's how you say it. In a proposal, things like tone, clarity, rhythm, even white space matter more than we often realize. Remember the ABBA song, Take a Chance on Me? It's catchy and it sticks in your head. But more importantly, it's exactly what every proposal is asking the evaluator to do. Put us to the test. Take a chance on our solution. So today we'll outline key elements to help you compose proposals that move people, proposals that stick in the minds of evaluators the way great songs stick in your head. Let's look at a few elements of a proposal that help it resonate like a chart-topping song. First, the hook. You only get one first impression. Lead with something that grabs attention immediately. Executive summaries often act as the hook, lining out pertinent information, and when customer-centric, align your solution to their mission. Structure and rhythm. Organize your content so it flows smoothly. Like verses of a song, compose a narrative. Each verse in a song adds layers and progresses the story, much like proposals, where each section introduces new information, providing your solution backed by proof points. And repetition. In songwriting, the chorus is the heart of the song, often the most memorable and repeated section that repeats the song's main message. In proposals, themes and discriminators play the same role, consistently reinforcing what sets you apart and why the customer should choose you. In the words of John Mayer, say what you need to say. A winning proposal isn't just written, it's composed. As we think about composing, consider lines to songs you know that really pack a punch. I'm thinking about that iconic lyric from the Backstreet Boys. I want it that way. It's stuck in your head now, right? Okay, we'd like to forget about my singing and let's drop 90s pop for a second and let's think about things from your customer's perspective. That line, that's exactly what they're telling you in an RFP. They don't want boilerplate you've used 10 times before. They want a solution that's tailored, aligned, and speaks directly to their needs, their priorities, and their way of doing things. In other words, they want it that way, their way. So how do you reflect that in your proposal? I like to start out with a strong executive summary. The executive summary is your performance opener. It sets the tone, builds momentum, and makes the evaluator want to hear more. Like a great song, it leaves them humming the tune and eager for the next verse. Just as hit songs start with a clear, unforgettable hook, that first line or melody that grabs you instantly, the executive summary should do the same. Why? It sets the tone for the rest of your proposal. So how do you create a hook that pulls them in? You should start with being focused, benefits driven, and emotionally charged. The executive summary should answer the question, why choose us? Start with a compelling statement that reflects your understanding of their pain points, goals, mission. This isn't telling them what you do or what you've done before. It showcases what you will do for them. Your executive summary should be clear. How does your solution uniquely solve their problems? Customer-centric. Focus on their goals and pain points, not just your capabilities. Mirror their language and priorities. Use their terminology and reflect their mission. Align tone and message to feel familiar, like you've written it just for them. Compelling. Highlight outcomes, value, and real impact. Demonstrate flexibility and partnership. Unique. What is your value proposition? This is your YS moment. Emphasize what sets you apart and why you're the best fit and how you will do it their way while bringing your unique strengths to the partnership. Let's throw it back again for a second with some Spice Girls lyrics. Yo, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Honestly, that line could have come from your customer. Who knew? Though often they're not very clear in the RFP as to what they want, and we're often thinking, so tell me what you want, what you really, really want. When you're writing a proposal, that's exactly what they're asking you. Do you really understand what I want? My goals, my pain points, my desired outcomes? Your value proposition is where you answer that question, and you better nail it. This isn't the place to talk about you. It's where you show that you truly get them. So how do you do that? Start with some insight and show that you know what they really, really want. And that means doing your homework, understanding their mission, their challenges, and what success looks like for them. Focus on outcomes. Don't list features, speak to results. Tell them how your solution gets them closer to their goals, not just how it works. Be specific and relevant. Use their language, reflect their priorities, and tailor your message to align with what matters most to them. Differentiate with confidence. Once you've shown you understand what they want, show them why you're the one who can deliver it better than anyone else. A strong value proposition doesn't just say, here's what we offer. It says, here's how we'll give you exactly what you need and more. So channel your inner Spice Girls and ask yourself as you write, are we showing them what they really, really want? Because if you are, your proposal won't just get read, it'll be remembered and score well. And if you can ultimately ask yourself, will this resonate? Will this move the evaluator to say yes? If your executive summary can do that, you've already struck the right chord.
All right. Is everyone familiar with Carrie Underwood's Before He Cheats? If you are, I want you to keep the verses to that song in mind. And if not, think of your favorite song and verses in it. When crafting a narrative, just as verses in a song build a narrative and offer details, proposal sections like the approach to services, staffing plans, communication approach, or any other section expand on the solution you are providing or offering. It provides depth and context. Each section of a proposal introduces new information, reinforcing your offer with specifics without being redundant, similar to how verses progress the story in a song. When we talk about language and tone, let's start out with creating the language, customer-focused language. The language and tone of a proposal should always align with the evaluation criteria. We want to always be compliant and focus on the customer's needs and priorities. This is also considered being responsive. Think back to maybe the pre-bid conference or any customer communications that gave additional insight to who they are and what their greater needs may be. By addressing both the customer's requirements and unique challenges and aspirations, the proposal can establish a connection, like how a song speaks directly to your heart. This approach ensures that the message is not only heard, but felt, and creates a sense of partnership between you and the customer. Now, tone. Just as different genres of music evoke distinct emotions and unique atmospheres, varying the tone and style of a proposal can make it more compelling. Of course, we lean more towards sounding professional in our proposal writing and content because we are often used to providing longer narrative style proposals. But in the instances where the proposal is in a less formal format, i.e., short narrative, maybe in an email or in a presentation format, consider the tone you may want to assume. Do you want to be professional, casual, conversational? Either way, whether adopting a formal tone to convey professionalism or a more conversational style to foster approachability, the key is to resonate with your client's expectations and preferences. Now let's talk about establishing credibility through evidence. This means utilizing data, case studies, and proof points to back up claims in your proposal. Similar to how strong lyrics add imagery and storytelling without repeating the chorus. So let's think back to Carrie's song. In her first verse, she says, Right now, he's probably slow dancing with the bleach blonde tramp and she's probably getting frisky. Right now, he's probably buying her some fruity little drink because she can't shoot a whiskey. Incorporating evidence like that effectively boosts the proposal's credibility, like how powerful lyrics like Carrie's enhance a song by painting vivid pictures and conveying deeper meanings. Another example, you can say in a proposal, we're the best in the business, or we serve more clients than this guy. But where's the proof? How does the client really know that? Well, let's change it around. When we say we rank number one, as shown by blank's rating scale or platform, or we serve X amount of clients across X amount of states, those are proof points that can be tracked and seen. By presenting robust data and relevant case studies or past performance, you establish a foundation of trust and authority, demonstrating the reliability and feasibility of your solution. This approach can not only strengthen your argument, but also fosters confidence in your clients. Just as memorable lyrics leave a mark on listeners, well supported proposals leave a lasting impression on evaluators, making your solution both compelling and convincing. All right, so flow, harmonics, and clarity. So we need to have smooth transitions. This means ensuring your proposal sections transition logically to keep the client engaged. Thoughtful transitions guide the reader from one idea to the next, maintaining momentum and coherence. Should resumes flow into our past performance, or should our approach come before or after our past performance? Another idea to consider: maybe provide a section summary that leads into the next proposal section. Just as a song naturally flows from verse to chorus, each section of the proposal should connect with the previous one, building upon the narrative and enhancing understanding. Let's see, who knows the chorus to Carrie's song? The first verse goes from setting the scene to the main point. He cheated and this is what I did. This fluidity not only keeps the reader absorbed, but also ensures that your message is communicated effectively and persuasively. Harmonics. Now, when we integrate words and graphic elements, we create a cohesive, impactful narrative where text and graphics reinforce each other. A great example is our technical approach sections, or let's say we say approach to services sections. They can be dense and sometimes hard to follow. This is where a great graphic, specifically an infographic, comes in handy. It takes some or all of that dense and complex language and puts it into a visual that your client can follow easily. Or if space is limited and graphics are hard to include, consider other visual cues to guide the client. Formatting text with different colors or bolding, creating bullet points, etc. Make sure to use graphics, charts, icons, and design elements to convey information and clarifying complex ideas, but also ensuring these visuals add value and do not clutter the narrative. Remember, graphics should simplify rather than complicate the message. Lastly, clarity. Use concise language to direct attention to visual elements, ensuring the proposal remains clear and focused. So let's make sure we are creating strong and clear captions to accompany our images and graphics. Proposal headers, subheaders, etc., they should be clear in explaining the section they are introducing. When following an RFP, it's always best to use the proposal requirements to guide your creation of headers. When we aren't using an RFP for our proposal, make sure your headings concisely express the section they are introducing. Now I'm going to hand things over to Martha.
Before I get started talking about the chorus, I wanted to do a quick trivia question. Which of these songs do not have a chorus? 1, Bohemian Rhapsody. 2, The Star-Spangled Banner. 3, A Boy Named Sue. 4, Jolene. 5, Hey Jude. 6, all of the above. 7, all of the above except for. In case you're wondering, the answer is 7, all of the above except for. Jolene's the only one of these that has a chorus. Raise your hand if you've heard the song chorus from Garth Brooks before. I was going to sing it for you, but then you'd quickly know why I went to proposal management and I'm not a cabaret singer. I think this is one of the most memorable country songs for me because of this chorus. A chorus evokes a response, an emotional feeling. It might trigger a memory of something. We remember a chorus because of its repetition and it's catchy. So if we compare a song to a proposal, what makes a proposal memorable? Sure, it might be a graphic, but why is that? It's the message it's conveying. It's telling your customer, why us? Why should you pick us? A win theme, like a chorus, has a message that's repeated and reinforced throughout the proposal. Just as a song chorus provides the main message or emotional core of a song, a win theme encapsulates the central message or value proposition of a proposal. Songs and proposals are designed to be memorable and impactful, ensuring that the key points resonate with the audience. A song chorus is often repeated throughout the song, reinforcing the main theme and making it stick in the listener's minds. I'm sure you've heard of the term earworm before. It's when you can't get a song out of your head. Wouldn't it be great if we could do that with our proposals? Make it so compelling that the evaluators remember the unique benefits and the solution of your proposal offers. So, whereas a song chorus inspires you to sing along, a well-crafted win theme should make evaluators nod in agreement that you're demonstrating the value of your proposal. It's all about creating that lasting impression. You may be familiar with the classic drinking song, 99 Bottles of Beer on the Wall. The song goes, 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. You take one down, pass it around, 98 bottles of beer on the wall. Goes all the way down to one bottle of beer. I think as a group, we decided that the repetition in that song is annoying at 98 bottles. I wanted to give you this example because repeating your win themes is a fine art. You don't want to be redundant. You're going to want to have them up front in your executive summary, or as we've previously called it, the hook. And then you're going to want to elegantly repeat the win themes throughout your proposal. You can include it in the section's introductory paragraph and then expound upon it in the verse. You can also reiterate them in your conclusion. People use different types of formatting to draw attention to them, like a graphic. You may have seen some of the sweet graphics that Mike Parkinson and the 24-Hour Company Graphics have come up with to demonstrate the staging of win themes effectively. You can have a central graphic and then repeat the elements of it throughout your proposal. If you're low tech, it could be a table that you have in the executive summary, and then you can just repeat the appropriate theme in a text box at the head of a section. The main point to this slide is you want your win themes to stick out in the evaluator's mind, but you don't want to overplay it to a point where they want to start hitting the skip button. You want to reinforce your message, but too much repetition can feel redundant and annoy the evaluators. A good rule of thumb is to ensure that each mention of a win theme adds value or context. At the end of the day, it's about how to make it memorable and differentiate yourself from your competitors. We have a saying in corporate America that sometimes we drink our own Kool-Aid, which roughly means we believe our own hype, and sometimes we're blinded by it. When we're new proposal professionals, we had it drilled into our heads that we need to speak about the customer and their requirements first, which is true. We need to be addressing their concerns and what's keeping them up at night and not just what we want to sell them, which is why it's critical when we're designing our proposal strategy and our win themes that we're specifically addressing our customers' hot buttons and then tying it to the benefits of the features of our solution. The key is we need to do it in a way that discriminates us from our competition and provides proof. Otherwise, what we're saying is meaningless. As you can see on the screen, I've added the basic formula to creating a win theme. It includes all the elements you need, and it's a fine art to keep it to one sentence. Because I didn't want to share anything specific to my industry, and because my company would kill me if I shared our secret sauce, I asked APMP's virtual assistant, Pin, to write me a country western win theme that includes a discriminator and a proof point all in one sentence. Don't bother reading along unless you're a speed reader. Penn came up with, by choosing our sound engineering team, the Grand Ole Opry will enhance its legendary acoustics by 24%, thanks to our exclusive use of patented audio technology, as proven in our award-winning work with the Nashville Symphony. Although AI isn't our topic today, I think it's a useful tool when you're facing a blank page. But keep in mind, you need that human interaction to determine what will best resonate with your customer. To summarize, like a chorus, wind themes reinforce the proposal's messaging, making it catchy and unforgettable. It's important to start early. Write them before you start drafting proposal text and map them to your outline. Have a non-advocate review your themes to ensure they're specific enough and that they're believable. Your key discriminators should be used throughout the document, from the executive summary, through the body, and into the conclusion. Themes should connect with the client's needs and hot buttons, whether it's reliability, cost savings, innovation, or risk reduction. Much like a chorus, it should evoke emotion and resonate with the audience. Brenda is now going to dive a little deeper on how to write a hit proposal.
Every country artist wants a hit record, and every company wants a winning proposal. Let's explore how they do it. Engage early. Start with the detailed customer knowledge. Writing a hit song starts with knowing your audience. Writing a winning proposal starts the same way, with the detailed knowledge of the customer and strategy to shape the opportunity. If I was a country musician and knowing my audience, I would write a cheatin', fightin', or drinking song. So here is your second trivia question. What's a drinking song that topped the Billboard Hot 100 for 19 weeks in 2014, meeting the record of Old Town Road song? That was in 2019. So what's the answer? Well, the answer is a bar song. Some people call it Tipsy by Shabuzi. The most successful bidders engage with customers early, building relationships, understanding the customer's mission, and influencing the RFP through RFIs, meetings, and demos. This is how you become the preferred vendor before the competition begins. How do you achieve this? First, through early engagement. Build trust with key decision makers, program managers, and influencers. Shape the RFP. Use pre-RFP engagements to help define the requirements and build solutions the customer prefers. Third, know the competition. Understand who is bidding and how your solution might stand apart from them. The best informed winners write better proposals faster. They reduce bid and proposal cost, improve compliance, and boost their win probability. Memorable songs stand out. So do winning proposals, just like a great hook in a country classic. Compelling value proposition and multiple strengths make your offer unforgettable. I might add here that Martha uses the term win theme in the commercial world. I use the term strengths in the government world. So you might know very popular country songs like I Walk the Line or Crazy, which were chart-topping hits because they combine uniqueness and appeal to their customers. Your proposal needs the same mix of value that resonates and clear strengths that shine. So how do you achieve this? First, developing a compelling value proposition. Create a compelling solution filled with strengths that are discriminators for your company. Maximize strengths. Provide multiple strengths across all evaluated criteria. Next, quantify your claims. Use metrics and past performance to back it all up. Meeting requirements is a start, but not enough to win. To score strengths, your proposal must clearly show what your solution offers and how it exceeds expectations, reduces risks, and offers unmatched value. Evaluators are scoring every word, so make it easy for them to choose you as a low-risk, high-value option. The highest scoring proposal at best value wins. Make yours the hit they remember. Winning proposals do more than present solutions. They build trust and confidence. Evaluators must believe you can deliver on time, within budget, and with minimal risk. The same is true for musicians who hire great producers and other musicians to back them up. For example, when famed music producer Quincy Jones wanted to ensure Michael Jackson's song Beat It was a solid rock and roll hit, who did he call on? Who could add a memorable guitar riff? Anyone? Well, yes, you guessed it. It's Eddie Van Halen. In proposals, confidence is built through proof, not promises. So how do we build this confidence? 1, we showcase past performance. We share similar projects with strong outcomes and customer testimonials. We prove our expertise and highlight key personnel with experience relative to the contract. We eliminate risks. We identify how potential challenges and even unforeseen risks might upturn the project and how we can solve them. Even the best technical solution can fail if evaluators worry about risk. Your job is to remove doubt at every turn, demonstrate reliability through every section, from the executive summary to staffing and managed plans. Evaluators want peace of mind. Make it easy for them to choose you by showing you're the safest, most capable bidder. Make your proposal the one that they trust. A winning proposal just isn't well written, it's easy to read, visually engaging, and flawlessly executed. Evaluators have limited time. Poor formatting, dense paragraphs, or typos reduce clarity and confidence. For example, when famous artists including Bob Dylan, Elton John, the Rolling Stones, the Allman Brothers, Willie Nelson, Leonard Skinner, and Paul Simon wanted to perfect their sound, they went to the Swampers in the Muscle Shoals Sound Studio in Alabama to perfect their hits. So how do we support high-quality production values? First, we provide our reader-friendly design. Clear headings, white space, and structure help evaluators find what they need. Second, we incorporate compelling graphics. Diagrams and tables will reinforce key points and strengths, make them all pop. Ensure flawless execution. Grammar, spelling, and formatting must all be perfect. Great content gets you halfway there. A polished presentation carries you across the finish line. Evaluators won't score what they can't find, so make every strength visible and memorable. High production values demonstrate professionalism and increase evaluator confidence. In a close competition, they might be the edge that wins. So make your proposal easy to evaluate and impossible to ignore. And right now, Mo is going to provide you with our conclusion.
Thanks, Brenda. As Toby Keith put it, a little less talk and a lot more action, which couldn't apply more directly to proposal writing. As Brenda said, evaluators have many proposals to review, and they're looking for clear, actionable proof that you can deliver what they need on time, within budget, and with minimal risk. So cut the filler, tighten the language, and drive every section towards impact. The best proposals are ones that don't just talk about performance, they show it. So to wrap it all up, here are the key takeaways from our presentation. Think of them as our greatest hits from this session. Ultimately, in the end, be clear, be compelling, and be customer-centric. Thanks.